you don't
So
quiet, we're gonna have to remove you.
last Wednesday, we had a commission meeting in Sunnydale, and we had our usual agenda. And as our usual agenda item, we had 2D, commission announcements and scheduling of items identified for consideration for future commission meetings. During that time, I was waiting to see if anyone would bring up the concept of Taser, since there had been a little bit of buzz around that issue. I was surprised that nothing was brought up at all. I assumed based on that nothing would move forward, at least this week. When I received my commission agenda packet late on the day on Friday, I happened to look at it, glance at it, and I noticed that the only substantive agenda item in open session is a pilot program for conductive energy devices. Since then, it's taken up a lot of my time. I've been extremely stressed out and upset that this is happening so quickly without public input, without even this happened unilaterally. Normally we try to be more organized about scheduling future commission items. There is a little more discussion. The chief does have power to put input into our agenda, but normally there's more notice, there's more discussion, especially more notice to the public about an issue this hotly debated that we've debated now for the third time. And lastly, I want to point out that we passed a resolution, and I was one of the people who voted for this resolution along with multiple members on this commission right now. And the resolution was approved in February 23rd, 2011 last year, and it asked the department to do certain things, and at the time, the department agreed to those things. And the commission, I believe it was a 6-to-1 vote. It was an overwhelming majority of the commission that wanted these things done. So I'm just going to lay that out, and then we can move on. But I want everyone to consider whether or not we need to spend the time to do this tonight, given the lack of notice to the broader public and to the commission itself. So our resolution says to authorize the chief of police in conjunction with the OCC and 2 members of the police commission, I was one of the members designated to do this, to develop a proposal for modification of DGO 5.01, use of force, and DGO 10.02, equipment, and to investigate and evaluate conductive energy devices, also known as tasers, and all other less lethal weapons, underscore, all other less lethal weapons, based on independent scientific research, and to develop and recommend a proposal for a pilot deployment program with specific proposed policies and guidelines for their use. Further, to develop these proposals in consultation with communities of color, mental health professionals, LGBT, and other key segments of the community, and to set forth proposed costs and funding for the proposed plan. This is to direct the chief of police, OCC, and 2 members of the commission, again, I was one of those members, report back to the commission with their findings and recommendations within 90 days. Also to direct the chief of police, OCC, and 2 members of the commission to review and make recommendations to the commission on changes to the police department's tactical training regarding the use of force within 90 days. Deployment of any pilot program is subject to prior approval by the commission. To my understanding, as a member of that committee, we've never met. To my understanding, there has been no consultation with any of the communities listed here about tasers outside of maybe a few phone calls asking people to support tasers. There's been no discussion about whether or not it would be a good idea. There's also been, to my understanding, no research and evaluation of all other less lethal weapons based on scientific research. In fact, I reached out to a competitor to Taser International, a significant competitor, and because they had contacted me, and asked them if they've ever heard from the department or received a response. And I have email proof here. As of yesterday, the department has not responded to any of their offers to provide just information about another less lethal option. So I am concerned that we are moving forward tonight without having done any of this homework, and if we move forward tonight, we are violating our own resolution that 6 out of 7 members of the commission has passed.
Won't be the first
So I would like to move, with that, I'd like to move to remove this agenda item tonight.
Yes.